Hello, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Saemiful. 지난번에 I saw this one comment by 신서님 who imitated my intro line. That was so funny. Look at this comment right here. 저도 Saemiful 가족입니다. Welcome to see. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, 신서님, for leaving that message. It was so funny. It brought me the biggest laughter of the week. So today we have quite a different video. It's not related to study nor school. It's actually about what I spent in a week. So the reason why I'm making this video is because our school, LSE, where I serve as a student vlogger, where I create videos for LSE official YouTube channel. By the way, for those of you who are curious to check out those videos, I will put a link down below so you guys can check that out. My school gave me a list of video requests that they got from the audience, and one of the most requested video was this "What I Spend in a Week" video. Now, I know living in London can be quite terrifying since it's one of the most expensive cities to live in. However, it is manageable, and I'm going to give you guys all the tips that you need. And before I get started, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel by clicking down on the red button down below, and let's get started. So before I get into detail, I need to let you guys know that I am in London in the most bizarre time of the history, which is pandemic, which also means that I'm not spending so much time outside, and that decreases my chances of spending money, which leads to me saving quite a lot of money actually since I came to London. And in order to make this video, I actually went through my bank statements month by month, sort of tracked how much money I spent. And surprisingly enough, I really didn't spend that much. And the last month of 2020, December, which is the month that we started having this really bad lockdown in London, the net spending of the month of December was by far the lowest of all the months that I had on my bank statement. And not only because of pandemic I saved money, but also because I'm getting small allowances from working part-time. That gives me little room to treat myself. For example, a nice brunch at the Borough Market, or a nice cup of tea from an organic store, something like that. But of course, that isn't too much. So if you guys are also curious about how I balance my work and study, please let me know via the comments down below so I could sort of plan on video making. So for me, my monthly expenses can be broken down into the following 4 parts. Housing, which for me, I pay our school directly because I'm staying in one of our school student accommodation halls. Transportation, which includes buses and tubes, and then food, groceries, eating out, and then miscellaneous. Let's say monthly subscriptions that you have, for example, Netflix or washing machine, essentials that I have to get for my flat. And I live in zone 1 out of 6 zones, which is by far the most expensive. But you'll be pretty surprised at the end of the video how much I ended up spending this week. If you know me, you know I am not a cheap person. I like good value, but I am, when it comes to finding the items that recently go on sale, I am like a queen of picking those out. So I have sort of these talent in not spending so much money, which is a very important skill to have, especially if you're living in London. So let's go back to last Wednesday. So before last Wednesday, I had already picked out a lot of groceries. I had much protein, chicken breast, being in the freezer, rice, pasta, so I had all the essentials. Wednesday was a very busy day. I had a bunch of readings to do in the morning, so I spent all my mornings just reading. And then in the afternoon, I had a online meeting with one of my PhD seminar leaders. Then right after that, at 4 p.m., I had my seminar for media, data, and social order, which is one of my favorite classes. Then at 6 p.m., I attended Just Infrastructure Speaker Series, as you can see here. It was a talk given by Harvard professor on media politics and public policy, Dr. Joan Donovan, and she talked about the manipulations in the media platforms and media industries, which was very interesting. So basically, until like 7 p.m., I had a full day, so I didn't really have much time to go out. I didn't get to spend any money that day, so it comes down to 0. Thursday, the next day, Thursday was also another very busy day. I had a research method workshop from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Then, earlier that day, I also had to finish uploading my YouTube video for you guys. Then 4 p.m. I had to submit my dissertation plan. And 4 to 5 p.m. I had another seminar for my media, technology, and everyday life. Then at 7 p.m. I had a research discussion with some of my program mates. So as you can see, that was a very full day of work. So I didn't spend any money that day either. So 0 again. The next day, Friday. Friday was the day that I didn't have any seminars. I just had an afternoon workshop. So right before that workshop, I went to get COVID test because I wanted to go to our school library. Starting this term, all the students who want to use any of the school facilities need to take the COVID test and show that you got a negative result every 4 days. So yeah, I went to get COVID test, and whenever I do get COVID test, you know how painful it is. I just have to give a little treat to myself. So I stopped by Costa Coffee and I got a little chai latte for me, so that was $3.50. And then that evening, I actually didn't do any work except for watching Suits. That was sort of my off day. So yeah, so $3.50. And then I had to top up my phone. This only happens once a month, but it just happened so that this week I had to do that. So I usually do £10 monthly bill. So compared to South Korea, it's so much cheaper here in London. Saturday is the day that I went out. I went to the library. It was the vlog that you guys watched the last time. So I walked to school from home, which didn't cost any money to go to school. And then after I checked out the books that I needed from the library, I met up with my friend Abigail and we went to Leicester Square to get bubble tea. And that was almost £5. And then on the way back home, I decided to take a bus because it started getting really, really cold and it was about to rain. So that's $1.50. So in total, I spent $6.50 that day. Now, the next day, Sunday. Early morning, I went out to take a walk and I did my quiet time. Then I attended my church meeting. I'm also a part of little 순모임, a little prayer group in South Korea. So I did that in the morning. And then again, like I had leftover risotto in my fridge. I also had toast in the freezer. I had hummus. So I didn't spend anything. Again, 0. Now, Monday. Last term for me, Mondays were the busiest days of the week and it was way too much. But this term, it's actually a very good grocery shopping day. So I went to M&S that day. It actually snowed. It's been snowing quite a lot in London lately. We've had snow like 2 days in a row. Okay, off tangent. I got chips, a snack, $1.50, chocolate chip pancake, which was almost £3. then hummus, which was 140, mushroom, £1. So that comes up to like around 5 or 6 pounds. Then I stopped by Boots to get some miscellaneous products. For example, I had to get a hair essence. My hair has gotten very long. When I first came to London, it was about like this long, and then now it's like this long. It's really frizzy, especially when I'm outside, and I had to do something about it. So I got a little hair essence. So that was £9. After stopping by Boots, I went to Tesco to buy some milk, and that afternoon I also ordered this stapler. I printed out so many documents that I needed a stapler, which was £9. So let's now add up all the things that I have spent. And as you can see, this is how much I spent this past week, which is really surprising. I spent less than £50. And looking at my past bank statements too, ever since lockdown started in London, the amount of money that I spend decreased dramatically, especially because I don't get to go out. There are no social costs. Also, shopping essentials decreased dramatically because I don't meet people. It's not like I need nice clothes or things like that. Another little tip that I could give you, I like to go to Marks and Spencer's. They have a really good yellow sticker deals. So if you go there 2 to 3 hours before closing, you can get really good bargains. For example, there are many reduced prices, fruits and veggies, or ready-made products. What I do is that I just eat them right that day, or freeze them, just put them in the freezer, and whenever I'm ready to eat, I just take them out and microwave them. It's really easy. And I'm just really talented at picking out things that recently go on sale. I don't know why, but I just get, I'm really good at it. And I try to go plastic conscious and try to look for good quality at the same time. So when I go into a grocery store, usually sometimes I spend as little as 53p, which is the price of just canned beans, or to £20 when I buy a lot of things in bulk. But obviously I'm just one person, I don't eat too much. So yeah, so this is basically what I spend in a week as a master's student in London, one of the most expensive cities to live in. Okay, I know this week particularly I really didn't spend that much, and well, this has been a pattern for the past 2 months or so since we started having a serious lockdown in London. So it is a very bizarre moment to live in London, so that's something that you guys need to take consideration into. And when it comes to financing, living in London, I know you guys have a lot of questions, so feel free to let me know via comments below so that I could help you guys some of the tips that I've learned throughout the past 5 months that I started living in London. And I may not be the expert on, let's say, UK visa regulations, but I have developed my own little strategies on how to live smart. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know via the comments down below, and I would love to help you guys out. Okay, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next time on Saemiful. Ciao!